going to take these end beams, lay them out, unfold them, take the center beam, put it in the middle. I'm going to take out the link pin, take off the link clip, the link pin, and align the holes of the center beam and the end beams. You can move the beams back and forth if you need to align the holes, and then put the link clip back in. Same on the other side. Pull the link clip and the link pin, align the holes, moving the beams back and forth as needed to align the holes, putting the clip back in. Next, we're gonna install the legs. Stand the whole beam up. And so you wanna make sure that these fins are aligned with the slots on the top of the leg, and that when you clip it in, that you push down on this, making sure that clips down, that the beams are flush with the top of the leg, and that the clips on either side are clipped on the bottom of the leg. That it's not fully installed until both of those clips are on the bottom of the leg. You can push on that clip to get it to go. Do it to the other side. Aligning the fins on into the slots. And pushing down on the beam to get that to go flush. Now that it's stable with the legs, you want to make sure that it's lifted up. You want to lift it up and make sure that these are aligned. It's not cockeyed. It's not off center, but these are straight. So you want to lift it up and get it straight aligned, just like that. And go to each one, do the same thing. Lift it up, straighten it out. Lift it up, straighten it out. Next, you want to take the tension block and the tension screw, take out the screw. And also take out with your Allen wrench the cable screw. This is where the you would put lubricant on this so that it doesn't seize up. And you're going to take the bowstring now, or the bow rod, and your tension cable, and taking this red bushing off, putting that through, putting the red bushing back on, leaving the washer and this block on this side, the red bushing on this side, and putting the tension block on the inside of the bow. Same side as the hinge there. And just get it started. And do the same thing with the other one. Taking off the tension screw, installing, putting more lubricant on this one, taking your other bow with the tension screw, taking this cable screw off, putting the tension screw with the red bushing on that side into the tension block. Next, we're going to put the bows on. So take the hinge pin out, the hinge clip, install the tension block into the keyhole, and then align the hole for the bow, and put the hinge pin in. Put in the clip. Do the same to the other side. Next, we're going to install the cable. It comes to you in a roll, and you have to unroll it. Not just string it out, but actually unroll it so that it doesn't get twisted when you install it. So lay it out first, and laying it on the ground. You're going to be threading the cable through. The cable guides on the underside of the beam. And there's 5 total, and that includes the center wheel. Threading it through these cable guides. Threading it through the middle of the center wheel. Two on this side. Then you're going to take your cable screw and the Allen wrench and put the loop of the cable in the tension block and put the cable screw through the loop. Hand tight that, and then doesn't need to be real tight, just put that Allen wrench there and do the same to the other side. Next, we're gonna roll out the net. Take off the post caps, set them to the side, revealing that little groove to put the loops of the net cable in. Do one at a time. Turn the loop to get it onto the bow, and then turn it straight so that it's aligned with the beams. And here comes the sensitive part. There's 2 things going on here. One is the tension block needs to be in that keyhole so that it doesn't turn, and so that it doesn't, if it gets past it, it might break the keyhole or spin. You're also watching this center wheel to bring it to the ground. And as you can see on this side, the tension block is not in the keyhole. So you need, on both sides, you push the bow in so that it aligns in that keyhole. So right now I'm just gonna take the drill and slowly pull it together, keeping that tension block in that keyhole. Don't want to pull it too far past, because then we're going to pull the other side out. And we're going to do this a little bit at a time on both sides so that we don't over tighten it and we get it even. Each side, we want to tighten the tension screw down, keeping the tension block in the keyhole of the center beam, making it even. You see there's play there on both sides. So I want to keep that tension block in the keyhole. Don't let it fall out. And each side a little bit at a time so that it's even. On this side I got about 1 inch of tension, but I can rock that back, keeping that tension block in the keyhole. And that's my indicator to know that I'm even. As you're doing this, you want to make sure that this is seated in the correct position inside that mold. Still got some play. I got about 1/2 inch with the bow completely set down. This side I got about 1 inch. I'm going to set this one down. Give it a little bit more. So each tension block is about even on both sides. The bows are seated. There's no play. Now I'm going to go to this side again, tighten this down, and then I'll finish up on that side. See how there's very little play in the bows anymore. So I'll tighten this one down for its final tighten. No play. The tension blocks are even past the keyhole on both sides, and the center wheel is now on the ground. Don't over tighten it. Alternate both sides. Get it to where the center wheel's on the ground and the tension blocks on both sides are even on both sides of the keyhole. Next, we're going to install the rods, the net tension rods. So you're going to install it into the sleeve of the net. Put the bottom end in the slot in the center beam. Take the tension band, put it around the bottom. There's a little groove that it fits into underneath the slot for the net cable. Then you're going to take the cable net and put it into the slot on top of the tension rod. Push it down in, and then pull the tension band back in through the loop of the cable net and then on top of the tension rod. So that holds it there. Do the same to the other side. And then we can replace the post caps with slots for the cable, the net cable on the inside. Next, we're going to take the center height strap. You're going to loosen one of these bolts, flip it over, and then reinstall the bolt with the strap in the middle, tightening those down with an Allen wrench. And take this strap and clip it together. The center is going to be 34, the outside is going to be 36. So you take your tape measure and measure the top of this net to 34 inches. In order to move it and align it, you take these wheels, pull the pins, flip up the wheels, and then put the pins back in on all four sides. Do not move it without flipping up these wheels, allowing the weight of the net to rest on the wheels. We're not going to lift it, we're not going to drag it. We got to, every time we want to move it, we want to flip the wheels up, move it to where we want it, and then flip the wheels down so that it's stationary. There's Cort lines on the inside of the beams. There's a white indication line. So we're going to move it to the position we want here. Align it on the Cort line and also in the middle. Make sure it's in the middle and on the lines, and then flip the wheels down. So in order to move it out of the way, take the wheels, flip them up, put the pins back in on all four sides, and move it out of the way. These are omnidirectional wheels. So it doesn't matter which way the net's going, you can move it off the court.